Hello, welcome! You know how I said the last hold that I played has sat on my holds to playlist for probably a couple of years now? It's sometimes because of things like this, where a new hold will come out, and will catch my eye, and I want to play it before the rest of the stuff on my list. So, May 2019, Arky's Revenge Contest. This is a contest compilation. It's kind of notable in that I believe Eric Hermanson actually provided some voice acting for it. So we'll have the official Arky voice for Arky Rooms here. That's what I know about this. I didn't interact with this at all during the while the contest was going on. I was seeing chats about it in CaravelNet, but just the little tiny bit I absorbed from that is all I know about it. Hall of Brilliant Ideas. It turned out that 8 rooms weren't enough to contain Arky's ambitions. Were there really only 8 Arky rooms in the second sky? That sounds like such a small number. 8. Okay. Once the grand event had settled down, he turned his attention to making more rooms. Arky built an entire complex of rooms that he was satisfied were completely unsolvable. One day he hoped he could leave a particularly troublesome delver down there, and watch in glee as his victim failed to solve a single room. That's gonna be me today! Oh boy! Beethro stumbled onto the complex by chance when he was bored one afternoon. He decided to explore it just because he didn't have anything better to do. Okay, so Arky had nothing to do with Beethro being here to solve this. Alright. Oh, but he's here. Yep, Eric H2000, voice of Arky. Mike Reimer, Arky sound effect, right. Okay. I guess you can import uncompressed audio into a DROD hold. I would say I've never done a hold with custom audio, but that's actually not true now that I think about it. I guess I just didn't know you could also use waves. This glorious statue of me, oh, it's not him, also serves as a control device for a most wonderful sound. Simply give the statue a light tap and your ears will be delighted upon entering any of my fiendish puzzle rooms. Should you not desire for some unfathomable reason, merely tap the statue again. Oh, I know what I'm doing with that. That is definitely being left on. The exit is to the west. Not that anyone will ever be able to use it. I guess I should be doing an Arky voice here. I don't know if I can do a good impression of his voice. I'm not going to try too hard. Okay, well, there's an entry. So 6th place tie. Do I want to go, like, bottom to top? Let's look around the hub before making any choices. So Nuntar has an entry. Surreal Canine has an entry. Not someone whose architecture I've played yet, so that'll be a new experience. M. Highbrow, not a name I even really recognize. Okay. Kalen. Okay, lots of names here I'm not super familiar with. Chaco, that one I know. We all know Chaco. He's unmistakable. Disoriented, Rabscuttle, alright. Passage added to Cliff Puff. What? Alright. Trying to sort these is gonna be a nightmare. Bumfuzzling. That's a word. Discorin, alright, cool. So a lot of entries here. I assume each entry is one single room, and some people have probably done multiple ones. Bent, a name I've heard many times, but again, don't think I've done any architecture by him. Dragonfogel, cool. Pygmy Wubba, alright. Insoluble, first place. Okay, so that's where first place is. Hold on, that's first, that's 20th. Yeah, so these are not sorted. They might be sorted by level style. Yeah, those are totally sorted by level style. That's what's happening. Alright, so probably a reasonable thing to do would be to start here, work around clockwise, and end on first place down here. Your reward for getting first place is that your level gets played last. That's how it works. But I'll get 4th place done in not as much time. I wonder if this is all one level. Probably. Okay, yeah, so it's the second Surreal Canine entry. Ooh, Mosaic Frost. 2 people used that. Third one. He did 3. Discoran, okay. Impossible trademark, seating beacon room. What style is this? What has gray bridges? I mean, it's the beach music, so I guess this is beach, but is this some kind of like custom derivative of beach? Don't feel like I've seen gray bridges before. So still not really getting a full idea of the scope here, I feel like. How many entries is it? I guess I could look at, well, lots of things. I'm just gonna keep walking. Iceworks. Passage added to Golem Rubble. Okay, this passage added thing means something. Okay. Green Coffin of Death. Sounds like gel. Possibly also an adder wrapped around me. Oh dear, darts. Sure, I know how darts work, but I'm not entirely happy about having to use them. Professor Tio, okay, relatively new architect. Someone who, if I'm not mistaken, actually found DROD via me. I might be mistaken, but that was the impression I had. Of butterfly, cool. And a big portrait of Arky. This is a red room. Solution hierarchy. Oh, hierarchy, I get it. I had to read it out loud. I did not understand until I did. Alright. Well, let's do some more walking, because I know where I want to be now. Well, this is a nice little conference room or something. But I'm not going to get into it. Okay, so I think that's the full loop. And I'm guessing there's just like one room packed into each of these, each of these, each of these. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many is this? That's 7. Okay, so 18 plus 14. Okay, so that many. 18 plus 14. That's 32. Okay, cool. Alright, clockwise. Let's go. Starting from just after first place. So insoluble. Not surprising, he usually does real well in any kind of architecture he does. Alright. Fragicide by Kalen, 17th place. Let's see it. Oh boy. That's so loud.
Decoy potions. The Delver must post decoys to keep all 4 evil eyes alive. There are only 3 decoy potions.
That's so good. I just wish. Man, DROD, why do you have to be this way?
Follow me.
Yep.
See, like, those voices are okay, but I'm gonna have to do this. Is that any better? Oh, geez, okay, yeah, so stop that.
Decoy potions.
I don't know, maybe a little bit.
The Delver must post decoys to keep all 4 evil eyes alive. There are only 3 decoy potions.
Okay, so I see that... Okay, so they have to be kept alive, according to him. Now, I can't trust anything he says, obviously. Targets. Do indeed protect those. It does appear as though... Alright, so to keep them alive... When the mud is... Okay, so I have to drop all of these. Oh, geez, that's a lot of soldier horns. Seems like the idea he wants is that I put decoys there, there, and somewhere. Like the 4th decoy would go there, and then this would just be solved because I would. What am I doing? Well, I guess this will work. So having done that, I now stab the mud. Oh, you stabbed, Okay, so that's how the decoys keep them alive, not by keeping them out of the fire traps. Okay. Silly idea. No, that still blows. Okay. The horn, that is. Well. Okay, so I can't quite place that way, but I could place it this way. Will this work? No, they can still see me. Okay. So in order to block... I mean, yeah, that's one entrance and a half. So what? I guess I can do this. Maybe forever. Not forever. Oh geez, this is awkward. Fragicide. Okay, I don't know how to interpret the first part of that, but I'm definitely killing some people. Why did you appear there instead of... So I don't know why how these choose the column to appear in. I figured since Bithro was moving to this column, then he would appear in there. But now he's still in that column. And this is going to change again when I get here. Whoa. Okay, so I'm going to have to do something different here. Yeah, so there it looks like I have a problem. But, well, yeah, I definitely have a problem there. What if can I face you another way? Well, no, I can't take any time to do that. Hold on. So I face this way. I can't do that. It's because he gets a move on his first turn. I wasted a decoy potion here somehow. At least I think I did? Maybe this is serving a purpose. Can I just erase it now, maybe? Well, no. No, this will not work in any way. Well... Yeah, that definitely doesn't work. Well, that's just awkward. I mean, like, I just can't make it work anymore. I did kill that one. But since he's already there, nothing I do here makes a difference anymore. I still lose 2 evil eyes. Okay, so let's try placing those decoys differently. Maybe if I constrain this to just 2 columns, yeah, that should help. Okay, they're all doing the same thing now. Again, there's some logic to how soldier horns work that I guess I just don't know. Like, it was deciding to put them in different columns sometimes, but not other times. Why does it never put it here? Well, I guess that would be a step farther away. Oh, so that makes sense. So, given... Okay, I think I can deduce, actually, this rule. Since the path you want to take... Well, why don't you want to take a path to this evil eye? Oh, it must be a... Yeah, okay, so later in the move order is preferred as a target. Okay. So hang on, it examines what the soldier's target is going to be before it decides where to place it in the room? Like, if that were true, then yes, the path from here to here would be the fewest number of steps, but it's the path to B-throw that it wants. I realize I'm not finishing my sentences fully, but I figure you can extrapolate. Alright, well I killed a bunch of dudes. Well, not directly. Oh. There's more to this. Well, no, there's not. I just need to not step in there. That's all. Okay. Okay. I did it? Oh. No. Not quite. So I need to let you get a little bit further here so that you can't, so that I can kill you myself. So that you can't be an evil eye target, I guess? Alright, that should work. The decoy is far enough away that it won't see it. The evil eyes won't see it from there. Alright. Well, that seems to have worked. Huh. Cool. Yeah, so I guess really, like, first seeing the action I can take. I mean, the distance between seeing the action I can take and actually having the puzzle solved felt like it was longer than it should have been just because of these weird little fiddly execution details, but in the process of that I did learn something about how soldier horns work, kind of. I didn't really fully learn it, but I learned that there is some behavior that decides to place them in a different column if it would take the same number of steps to get where they were going, regardless. But it does appear to take into account what it thinks its target wants to be, which is why it wouldn't have placed it there. Oh, not necessarily. No. No, it is always routing to B-throw. It has nothing to do with move order and those. Yeah, so it's always routing to B-throw. He's through there. This one's closer than that. Yeah, since I blocked off one of the side ones, both side ones are closer to this opening. So it routes to B-throw for the shortest brain path, and then I guess shortest Chebyshev after that without affecting the brain path or something? Okay, I kind of deduced that, maybe? Alright, 4th place. Is there a Fagundo in here? Yeah, there sure is. Alright, so you're going to be doing a lot of work, huh?
Fagundo. There are 2 pairs of brains. Killing one traps the guard or uses up a Fagundo. Killing trapped guards also uses up a Fagundo. Poor Delver only gets 1 Fagundo.
I was listening, but not really listening. I was just listening to the sound of his voice more than anything. Killing 1 traps a guard or uses up a Fagundo. Traps a guard or uses up a Fagundo. Killing trapped guards also uses up. So I have to get here to the power token, sure. Okay, and that's what traps the guards. Killing trapped guards also uses up a Fagundo. Right. Okay. Now I have to get in here. Okay, so B-throw can't use these orbs himself at all, because this is a full trap. There's no escaping any of that. I mean, there are only 2 mechanisms in the room. So really all this boils down to is use the guards as the obstacles here instead of the closed doors. Okay, but that's a problem. Actually, I think I know some things. Yeah, alright, so... Oh, but how am I going to pull this off? Alright, so what I don't know is how to keep a guard. I think I can kill one of these guards just fine. And I need the other one to stay far enough away while I go in here to not catch up to me. That's the part that I don't think I know how to do. Sure, I can do this dance for that long, but now I'm trapped with the guard. The Fagundo could theoretically save me, except not really, because, you know, that. So where can I get a guard or two trapped? I don't have a pushing weapon. I mean, yes, I could trap a guard here or here, of course. Hey, that's a platform. Okay, that's just how I get back, right. I can't claim that for myself. So my plan was to explode a Fagundo on a guard sword. Which sounds like a pain, but doable. That plan, though, hinges on getting in here and back out with a guard alive. So what I don't see yet is how to accomplish that, because I need something to block the guard from chasing me in here while I do this, because this path is very long. What would block a guard here? Other than being trapped forever in one of these. Well, okay. Let's try this, then. Let's see how far I get with it. Hey, guard, stab an orb. There we go, you did it. Well, you did it, but you did it wrong. There we go. Alright, so those are both trapped, meaning Fagundo has obstacles. So sure, now I can do this if I want. And fall into Arky's trap. Poor Delver only gets one Fagundo. No explosion places that'll reach him without trapping the Fagundo. So once in there, he's stuck. I solved the room! Done! Okay. So the obvious happens, just as it looks like it would. Ways for a guard to get stuck. Wanting to put his sword onto an explosive. The explosives are all out of reach. Having another monster blocking his path where he can't turn his sword into it to get rid of it or something. Being physically blocked. Getting stuck rotating in place forever. I wonder if there's some way I can, like, snarl these two guards up against each other where they both want to turn their swords into each other's bodies, thereby being unable to move. If I wanted to do that, I mean, like, I'm inventing a whole new technique here. Might have to go to the level editor if I really want to try and do that. Yeah, so desiring, if they both desire to turn their swords at the same time... Well, but if they can't and they have a second move, yeah, so they need to have... That sword turn needs to be their only option. Like I could have, for example, guard, sword, B-throw, and they'd both want to turn to face him and not be able to because any turn toward Bithra would put the sword in the other guard. But in that case, they'll do a second choice move and just move away from where they are. Right? I mean, definitely, right? I mean, let's see at least. What the heck? Oh yeah, interference patterns for... I don't even remember what hold this was. Oh yeah, it was time after time, that's what it was. Man. Something has happened to me lately. I've made time run slower. I don't know what I did exactly, but somehow, like, something that happened, this would have been less than a month ago. It feels like it was, 5 months ago or something. I don't know. It's just, this has been a consistent thing I've been experiencing for like the last almost a year or so. It's nice. It means I get to accomplish more. It's just disorienting because I'm not used to it. Anyway, so if I do this, yeah, I mean, they both want to turn toward him. This one gets a chance because he moves second. This one just backs up instead. Okay, so my thinking, that confirms that my thinking is correct there. Arky's Revenge, that's what this is called. So is there a position? I mean... So the number of configurations where a guard is going to want to do those things is only so many. This feels like it's probably not it. That is the only thing that would make a guard desire not to move that turn, though. If his only option would be to put his sword into another guard, like among the elements in this room, that's all I can do for that. This room's shaped like an egg. Perhaps a Fagundo egg. There aren't any real corners. Like corners. I mean, there's one. Yeah, no geometric features really stand out to me here. Maybe I have the wrong idea? Okay, let me see if I can puzzle out whether or not I absolutely need to get to this Conquer token and back with at least one guard alive. I think I do. So, ways to use just one Fagundo to do this. There is the option of trapping one guard, because after the bombs go, the Fagundo's still alive. So if I trap just one guard here... Oh... No, because I have to go all the... Okay, so here. Let's see... No, he just has plenty of space to sidestep in that case. I was thinking of trapping a guard right on one of these force arrows. And the other one have his sword... in a place where he'd have to put it into the guard, but like, there's just too much open space here. I don't have any little constrained spaces where I could make that happen. So anyway, right. So after blowing up both bombs, I would still have a Fagundo. Let's look at the geometry here. Is there anything special about any of this? I won't be reaching this until the room is clear. That's fully guarded against. The Fagundo could go there and explode, but that means nothing. If I'm not reaching this until the room is clear, that means I'm not stabbing these brains manually, which means the bombs do absolutely have to go off. The only source of ignition is a Fagundo. I have no fuse trimming tools, so yeah, I can't make a fuse end. Explosions don't reach the other fuse. This wall's not quite close enough for the Fagundo to blow up here and light the fuse. It's not far off, though. But, you know, either it is or it isn't, and it isn't. Same for the cactus. Too far away. So... Right, 2 trapped guards absolutely means failure. So I can 100% say I cannot trap 2 guards. 1 trapped guard is not necessarily failure, if I can blow up both bombs and still have the Fagundo. And if I'm blowing up the bombs, there's no reason I'd ever lose the Fagundo. Yeah, there's nothing meaningful I could do that would lose the Fagundo. Other than getting it trapped in here, or, you know, accidentally stabbing it or something. I'd have no reason to ever go out here and, like, blow up one of these. Neither bomb is close enough to the other to clear off a space that would let me interact with that in any way. Okay. However, I do observe that I can trap 1 guard. And I feel like that's probably involved. So basically what I'm looking for is a way to trap 0 or 1 guards. And based on that trapped or untrapped guard, have a way for the other guard to feel like his only available move is to put his sword in the trapped guard, or untrapped one, in which case this would have to be true for both, like they'd both have to not have a move open. Hey, idea. Well, this is a worthless idea. I mean, yeah, I could trap a guard out here. Great. Sure, that's useful. I mean, a guard is alive, and I can get here and back without it catching up to me. And I can kill it, but who cares? So, there's no way that's it. Is there? I mean... Why else would this be? Is this part of the puzzle? No. No, of course not. No, that doesn't benefit me in any way. Okay, so... This feels much more appealing for guard trapping than this, because I can be on the same side of some part of it while I do this entire trip. For this, I will have to necessarily go, you know, north of it, west of it, south of it, and east of it. For this one, I will only have to be west of it, south of it, and east of it. I'll never have to be north of it. So that means that I can keep a guard on this particular row of arrows. None of the other 7 have that property, so this row of arrows here is special. Now, that does still mean somebody has to hit this orb, so nobody's going to be on that row while that's hit. If no one else can be in here, so no, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, so it seems like I'm kind of getting nowhere with this. Now, there's no way I can, like, convince a guard to step here in such a way that I can step by him in a one-wide hallway like this. And, you know, like, sorta too wide here. There's not going to be any getting past a guard. So I'm back to wanting to... This had a 6.6 brain rating, by the way. But, you know, that's average across the entire compilation. And they have no particular interactions with Fagundos, right? I mean, they'll happily put their sword in one, I'm sure. Why would they not? Of course they will. Do these cactuses mean anything? I mean, they leave open so many spaces. I feel like they can't. But, like, right here is where the most tight spaces in the entire room are, pretty much. Power token allows orbs to be bumped, but that doesn't matter. Fagundos get controlled. So if I had only one guard alive and trapped... Nobody else can activate the power token. It has to be Bithro. And going in here, like I don't have any room to wiggle around at that 22.5 degree angle. Once I'm in here, I lose my lateral moving capabilities. So I can't just keep a guard alive out here for the journey in and out. There are just no spaces for... Okay, so losing a guard to a trap, I think determines that it definitely puts that guard out of sword range of the other guard. And even if it didn't, it wouldn't really matter. All of these are facing the inwards. And they're all toggled by those. There's no, like, trick arrows in here. So what is it? Like, my only idea that seems like it could go anywhere is having these two guards stuck on each other's swords, but, like, how? I mean, okay, fine. Let's mess with that a bit more. So this is a situation where that should work. No, of course, he can move that way. That's obviously meaningless. Actually, even with like special geometry, is there actually a way that this would be possible? Like, how surrounded would you have to be? Your only way out would have to be, like... No, you can just go straight there. You can just go straight there. You'll probably... Well, now hang on. What about this? Well... It's not stable. Yeah, the only way I can... So in that room... In terms of like guard sword angles, I'm gonna go through most of them going through this passage no matter where I put the guard in the room. About the best I could do would be to have it like somewhere up here. That way I'd only go southwest, south, southeast. Yeah, and I'd still be in the southeast wedge. Okay, so I could be within just 3 desired sword directions if the guard were here and I were going through this. That doesn't mean anything. This is still so conspicuous to me. Okay, well obviously there's another simpler way to do this, because, I mean, even if I knew a configuration where the two guards would get caught on each other, I'd still have to somehow manipulate them into that configuration simultaneously. Like, getting one guard to be in a specific place and orientation is not too hard, but like 2 at once, it's gonna be like significantly harder. So I feel like this just is not the right way to think about this. So what other way can I think about this? Oh, every time I press R. No pushing. No other power token. Nothing I can really do with a block that pops up once it pops up. Right? I mean, okay, let's at least attempt to get one guard into the trap and keep the other one free. So I'd need to split them apart a bit. Which they're just not really... Okay, there we go. Alright, so you're trapped, and you're not going to walk in there of your own volition. And now I have one of these. It doesn't mean anything, though. So yeah, the most distance I can get from you is approximately something like this. And it's not enough. Overworked bird. Now, if I could get in and move the Fagundo, that's not gonna work. I won't get enough, like, it takes enough time to go inward that the guard is definitely already in the hallway by the time I'm, like, here-ish. Just, you know, measure from here to here. So that's 27 tiles. And then, you know, that's 4 already, and then another 15. Yeah, so right around the time I get here, a guard can have covered the full span of this room as far away as I can park him from that. So that can't be it. But there's just nothing I can do to get them caught. Okay, so this is a stumper, and I mean, I have to have an insight before I can get anywhere in this, and I can't force myself to have that just by sitting here and staring at it. So, gonna have to come back to this another day. Alright, I solved one room! Oh boy. In a 6.6 brain hold. Alright, well, I'll think about this. See if I can figure out what kind of thinking is necessary here. This is a Doom room, so, you know, it's not surprising to me that I would have trouble with it. Alright, yeah, it could be that I can make one of those things I described work in some weird fiddly way I just haven't seen yet. It could be that I need a whole new way of thinking about this, somehow. And I mean, that's kind of what Arky rooms are about. The scroll sets up a frame of thinking, which can mislead, potentially. So I'd almost be better off just, like, not even reading the scrolls until after I've done the room, just so I'm not primed to think in the way that Arky makes me fall into a trap if I think in it. Anyway, okay, well, alright, yes. Maybe I do want to turn that off. We'll see. Okay, well, I'll just let this sit here for now and check some other rooms next time, I guess. Alright, I'll see you then.